Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 50 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 5-4 in overtime over the Calgary Flames in what probably is the game of the year so far. After going over a week without making a video and without having a game for the New York Rangers, I thought, gee willikers, I hope it's a easy, simple, not complicated game to ease my way back in, and then they give us this. 9 total goals, and it went to overtime. Oh gosh golly, this was a game. So a little over 5 minutes into the game, the New York Rangers get on the board first. There is a big old cluster at the start of our blue line. It's played around in our zone along the boards. Lindgren starts to chip it out. Fox gets it, and he continues to try to chip it out. Capo Caco has it right on the line of our blue line, and just a gorgeous off-the-boards pass played up for Filipino. He cruises in with Alexis Lafreniere, but he does not use Lafreniere on this play. Beautiful, perfectly placed shot for Filipino. Bar down. Nothing that Jacob Markstrom could do on that one, and the Rangers are up 1-0. You guys remember when Jacob Markstrom was like the runner-up for Vezina like a year ago? So a little over halfway through the first period, the Calgary Flames would tie it back up. They get a rush into our zone. It's Majaplani who has the puck. Lindgren is all over him, but just can't quite muscle him off the puck fully. A very nice kick from his skate to stick for Majaplani, and he just kind of puts it in front. And Coleman comes in. He gets a couple of whacks at it, and it eventually trickles through. And I think two things can be true on this play. One, a player has got to get to the puck. Whether it's Lindgren or any of the other skaters, someone has got to get there and clear it. On that same ticket, man, that was just a pretty darn open stance that Yaroslav Halak had on this play, and it was just begging for it to be tossed in somewhere. I think he kicked it in with his own pad. It was unfortunate, and the game's tied 1 apiece. So just a hair over 2 minutes into the second period, the Rangers would retake the lead. Filipino again. This was a play. The Flames have it in our defensive zone. Kadri has the puck trying to pass it along the blue line. Gets nothing on the pass attempt. And Filipino says, "Thank you very much." Steals it. Turns the Jets on. Cruises the other way. No one was going to catch him. Shot 5-hole. And the Rangers have a 2-1 lead. It is a miracle, by the way, that Filipino did not get a hat trick in this game. So now, later on in the second period, the Calgary Flames are on a power play. Tyler Toffoli has the puck and reads this play really well, and boy oh boy, this just makes me nostalgic for Nirvana, because holy god, there is something in the way. And before any of you say that that is the worst joke I have ever made, I would like to remind everyone that I single-handedly caused the downfall of Brandon Belak by saying it be like that sometimes. He would then go on the very next game to give up like 9 runs to the San Diego Padres. People don't forget. I failed to mention this in the first period, and I'll talk about it now, because in the waning minute of this period, Nazem Kadri comes into the Rangers zone, and Jacob Trouba just flattens him. And clean hit, but flattened. And Dylan Dubé, who was flattened by Jacob Trouba in the first period of this game on another clean hit, comes flying in to fight him and gets his lunch money stolen. He would get a game misconduct and the fighting and instigation. Jacob Trouba was fought twice tonight, and both times got an instigation penalty. My captain, ladies and gentlemen. Also, in the first period, I forgot to mention this as well, Will Culley got into his second NHL fight and fought Mackenzie Weegar, who I completely forgot was on Calgary. And from Trouba drawing the penalty on Dubé, Rangers on a power play, and when the Rangers power play is clicking, it almost brings tears to your eyes. Aaron has it, passes to Kreider, who is being a lovely little crease rat, and just spins, no-look pass behind the back on the backhand. Mika Zibanejad, tape to tape from Kreider. He wasn't even looking, and it was tape to tape. Mika slams it home. A gorgeous goal. That might be the assist of the year for Chris Kreider right there. It was just perfect and beautiful, and the Rangers retake the lead. So the third goal for Calgary. You're about 6.5 minutes into the third period. Hanifin has it at the point. He starts moving towards the net, trying to look for a pass. Sees Majaplani, passes it over, and Mr. Majaplani, the World Cup ended in December. He kicked it in. It's as simple as he kicked it in, and I think even Calgary Flames fans would kind of agree. He kicked the puck into the net. And I'm not gonna, like, cry because this has been very convoluted for a very long while. It's not as egregious as some kicks into the net, but it was definitely a kick. And I think the fact that this rule is still so weird is just dumb because it's based on player safety. You don't want players having flying knife feet going towards the goaltender. It's a dumb rule. Like, I think going forward, right, the rule change for this of how to completely just annihilate it is if it goes off of an attacker's skate, it's no goal. Because it's a safety thing. It is completely a safety thing for the goaltender. That should just be it. If it goes off a defender's skate, that's perfectly fine. Don't be standing in the crease around the goaltender. But if it's an attacker, it just should be no. That shouldn't be a thing. Regardless, that rule will probably not be changed. It's tied 3 apiece. And a little bit after that, Backlund drop pass, beautiful feed to Stone, amazing slapper, and the Flames lead it 4-3. But later on in the period, a little less than 13 minutes through, the Rangers tie the game. They win an offensive zone faceoff. It's to Fox along the point. He plays it to Jimmy Vesey, who does a pretty nice job just to keep the puck in the zone, just trying to get it deeper in the zone. Plays it just kind of to no one in particular, but Panarin gets over to it. He starts to head behind the net, and how? I think the difference between a good player and a great player is that good players can kind of figure out a way to, like, shake a person off of them or shoot around a person, and the great players just make the opposing team forget they exist. How is he that wide open right in front? Beautiful shot from Mika Zibanejad, just chips it over Markstrom, and the Rangers tie it at 4 apiece. And as the third period continued, there was a good shot with like under 10 seconds left in regulation for Filipino that he could have definitely scored on. I don't know why he passed it, man. He should have just taken the shot. He was red hot. He was on fire in this game. But he doesn't, and then in overtime, I want to say he was on the starting line for overtime, he got a couple of good chances, and just, there was one where it was wide open. How did he not bury it? But he can't. And then a little bit later on in overtime, Alexis Lafreniere has it in the Rangers zone, heads in with Mika Zibanejad. I believe it was a bit of a 2-on-1. Pass over to Mika Zibanejad, slap shot. Really nice save by Markstrom on the Mika slapper. And would you believe it if I told you that Alexis Lafreniere got to the puck on this play first? He smelt blood in the water, and he was not to be denied. Lafreniere, man on a mission, gets over to the puck, and a slightly more grown-up Alexis Lafreniere, who doesn't just blindly try to get a shot on. He collects it, makes sure he sees the opening, fires, scores. Game called. Alexis Lafreniere with the OT winner. Coming into this game, there's the question that happens with everything, because one thing to someone is something else to someone else. And are the Rangers going to come in well rested and ready to be back at it, or are they going to be rusty and spend the first 20, 30, or the entire game just trying to kick the rust off? They were rested and ready to play. The Kids line, who I would like to say is officially the same Kids as Mac Miller's album, Kids, they look great. Philip Hedl looked absolutely fantastic. Capo Caco, I know it was just an assist, but man, that was a really nice pass off the boards. Lafreniere with the OT winner, he looked pretty solid all night long. They look great. Mika Zibanejad looked absolutely fantastic in this game as well. Power play looking, what's the word? Not dead. Was really nice to see as well. They looked pretty solid all night long. Jacob Trouba, murdered a few people tonight. Yaroslav Halak had a strange night because 28 of 32 sounds pretty not good. That being said, I really would put 1 goal on him, and even that's kind of iffy. The second goal was a total screen, and it was on a power play. The third goal was, well, yeah! The fourth goal was just a gorgeous slapper by Stone. The first goal was the only one you could really put on Halak, and even that one's kind of iffy. I thought he played pretty well overall tonight. Though it was a little bit odd that it was Halak in net and not Shesterkin, who had played like 5 minutes of an all-star game in the past week and some change. We don't have to worry about that because the Rangers were still able to win what, again, might be the game of the year so far. It was just a joy to watch. But that is it for this evening. The Rangers play again on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, still in Madison Square Garden, facing off against the Vancouver Canucks at 8 o'clock Eastern. I will be here afterwards to talk about it, but that is all I have to say for the evening. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.